UC Irvine 4-0 in the Big West for the first time since the 2016-17 season. Hawaii, meanwhile, 2-4 and seeking its first home victory in league this young season. Irvine controls at 8-4 overall. And they quickly get into the post area. Colin Velp, 6'9" redshirt junior from Seattle, goes to the fadeaway. He has a multitude of shots in his arsenal. The offensive rebound leads to Isaiah Lee, one of 3 Aussies on the floor here to start this game. 6'2" sophomore, averaging just under 5 points per, but he knocks down the triple.
That was a good-looking jump shot, too. The clock was running down because the first attempt didn't hit the rim.
Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You may notice a couple of regular starters for Hawaii not in the first 5 tonight. Junior Madut and James Jean-Marie coming off of the bench, being held out of the starting rotation for disciplinary reasons. So a guy getting his very first career start at the University of Hawaii, Javon McClanahan, gets off to a solid start and drills the 3. We're tied up early.
I like him. I think he is a guy who can make a difference for the Rainbow Warriors, shoots the ball well.
Brad Greene goes to the jump hook. And the rebound, Mate Cholina. He grabbed a lot of boards on night 2 at Fullerton last week. A career high 11, in fact, in that department.
The more he plays, the better he's going to be, for sure.
This is a UC Irvine team that, as always, plays that signature style of suffocating defense. Cholina getting a look from straight on. He doesn't attempt a lot of those. That's just his 8th three-point try of the year, but he's made 3 of them.
I think Hawaii, one of the plans was to bring the big fellas out by Cholina coming out to take 3-point shots, but he's got to knock them down or it'll go into a bad situation.
J.C. Butler, the riser, glances off the rim, and we're going to have a whistle underneath. It's going to go against Hawaii.
Yeah, earlier today for the Rainbow Warriors, you'll see Javon McClanahan. He's out early and shooting often 3-point shots. He is a very good 3-point shooter. And then in the game, he translates it from practice to game time. So it must be working, and it's good to see him do that because the Rainbow Warriors need his scoring punch.
Yeah, with that make, he's now 4 of 13 from downtown on the year, but a guy who comes in with the reputation of being able to fill it up in a hurry.
Yeah, and he looks good. He's got a little more bounce in him. He's playing alive and active. The more he plays, the better he'll be.
So a little over 2 minutes in, we're knotted at 3. Deep corner triple try. That's Lee, rims out, rebound Cholina. Hawaii will be challenged in the rebounding department against an Irvine team that came into the week 5th in the country in rebounding margin, better than 11 rebounds better than their opponent.
Yeah, they've been dominant on the boards, and that may be part of the reason why Mate Cholina is starting. He's one big for the Rainbow Warriors, but I expect to see James Jean-Marie come in there and be a difference maker as well because of his quickness.
Wally Bales misses from the deep corner. You saw Justin Hemsley on the floor for Hawaii here early.
And Justin Hemsley in the last ball game gave the Rainbow Warriors a lot of life, and he played with inspired basketball on the road.
He replaced Kasdan Jardine, who picked up that foul moments ago. Here's Velp. Oh, strides in, may have gotten away with a walk. Missed the lay-in, but big Brad Greene, 6'11", 5th-year senior, able to tip it in. He's averaging 10 points a game. The team's leading rebounder at about 7.
That was more than an up and under.
That was an up and under and up and away.
Yeah, that was up and away.
There's Justin Webster. He has found his offensive game here as of late. Now Bales on the penetration. McClanahan pull up from the baseline. That one glances off the iron. Rebound Velp. To the post it goes. Here's Greene. Jump hook, it's good. Brad Greene among the most improved players since the time he arrived on the Irvine campus to now his 5th year.
Totally agree with you. And it may be a 6th year if he comes back next year. He has gotten much, much better. And when he's down that low, it's bucket.
Cholina. Oh, made a little room for himself with the nudge, but the rebound off to Brad Greene. So a 7-3 advantage early here for Irvine. Thoughts on the pace here?
Well, the pace is not what Hawaii wants. It's exactly what I think Irvine wants. It's a half-court game, and that plays into the strength and the size of Irvine. You see Greene missed 2, and Cholina does a good job grabbing the rebound, but the pace being half-court is more Irvine's pace.
Hawaii dodging a couple of BBs there on the defensive end. Bales. Deep penetration, but may have been blocked by Greene, who's able to clear the basketball.
Yeah, Greene is the leading blocker in the Big West. So you go in there, you better look for that big fella.
It's his 16th block of the season. Colin Velp working against Hemsley. Closing in on 15 minutes to play in this opening frame, and the pass goes off of the shoe of Velp and out of bounds. 4-point contest. A lot of defense early on at Simplify Arena. Simplify Arena Stan Sheriff Center. They've witnessed some defense early, and as advertised, you see Irvine with the advantage in rebounding, as Junior Madut again did not get the start here tonight. He and James Jean Marie coming off of the bench. Jean Marie also into the game now. It was a disciplinary reason, we were told, as to why they weren't in the starting 5, but quickly into the game, and now they can focus on trying to rebound from this 4-point deficit.
Had to have been a minor violation because it only cost them 5 minutes on the bench.
That pass almost broken up. Behind the defense, it's Madut, lays it up and in. Good find by McClan. Simplify Arena Stan Sheriff Center. They've witnessed some defense early, and as advertised, you see Irvine with the advantage in rebounding, as Junior Madut again did not get the start here tonight. He and James Jean Marie coming off of the bench. Jean Marie also into the game now. It was a disciplinary reason, we were told, as to why they weren't in the starting 5, but quickly into the game, and now they can focus on trying to rebound from this 4-point deficit.
Had to have been a minor violation because it only cost them 5 minutes on the bench.
That pass almost broken up. Behind the defense, it's Madut, lays it up and in. Good find by McClanahan from way out into the backcourt area.
Yeah, good assist and good finish. Junior, quick jump, quick finish.
Madut averaging just under 11 points a game. So yet another Aussie to take part in the festivities here in this ball game. We've got several on each side, and good ball movement there by Irvine. It winds up in the hands of Austin Johnson, 6'9" sophomore. A lot of length for this Anteater squad.
They just roll them in. And they're all big boys. They're not small guys.
Good drive there. McClanahan finish, though, could not be completed. You're right. Irvine not exactly looking to run and gun, as a foul on the perimeter will go against Madut. They're just fine getting into the front court and getting into their half-court offense.
Absolutely. They're not, I wouldn't call them a transition team. They want to get down the floor, get into their offense, and force you to play defense for a number of seconds and not just the first 4 or 5.
So you take a look at Russell Turner in his 11th season running the show. Justin Hone, another freshman, coming in for Irvine. And our first look at Noel Coleman, the sophomore transfer from San Diego for Hawaii. He did not play last weekend on the road, was dealing with some dental issues. He had his wisdom teeth pulled a while back, and it kind of flared up on him. An infection was causing him a lot of discomfort, so he wasn't available last week.
Yeah, that's a big loss for Hawaii because he brings good size and athletic ability at their guard spot.
Jean Marie driving the lane, able to hang and then smooch it off of the glass.
Strong move by Jean Marie. Something he can do, and he can do it very well. Not only does he shoot the ball in the post area, but he can face the basket and get something.
He is the team's top scorer, 13.8 points per outing. Pull-up jumper there off the mark by DJ Davis, and the rebound cleared by Hemsley.
This is the pace Hawaii wants to go, but you got to take care of the basketball.
The dish, that's Davis, finishes lefty.
Okay, I guess Irvine is saying, correction, we can do half court, but we also have transition in our game.
Another aspect of their game that must be respected here by this Hawaii squad. Jean Marie rising up and hits. He comes into this game tops in the Big West Conference in field goal percentage, and in fact top 20 in the NCAA. Yeah, came in 63%.
Yeah, he's playing very good basketball. I like to see him shoot the ball more. I like to see him stay on the floor longer, and if he gets in shape, I'm sure he will.
So a 2-point advantage here for the Anteaters. Hone gets it to Velp. Velp off of one leg, almost Nowitzki-esque, but he draws nothing on the shot.
Good job by Justin Hensley.
And the ball batted out of bounds by Dawson Baker. Dawson Baker, an interesting story. He is just a freshman. An older Frosh, went on a 2-year mission to Guam after graduating from Capistrano Valley High School, where he was the career leader in points and steals. But he is the top scorer for this team, off the bench, primarily averaging 12 points per game. As Jean Marie misses on the jumper. Good fight by Hensley for the offensive board, but then he commits the foul as Austin Johnson was able to secure it.
Yeah, good effort by Justin Hensley going after the offensive board. Had it slipped out of his hand. Now the frustration, he commits the foul, but you like the effort going after that offensive board.
And there is Iran Ganat in his 6th season atop the program for the Bows. Hawaii has now used 5 different starting lineups here already this season. Obviously, they are still trying to figure things out, and that's what's so strange about this COVID compacted year and schedule is these are things you'd have ample time to figure out during the non-conference run, which is usually around 12 to 13 games. As that one somehow does not fall on the shot attempt by Justin Hone, and last touched out of bounds by the Anteaters. 11:51 left to play in the first frame. Point contest. His heels, the freshman, UC Irvine's Dawson Baker at 48%. Now, they don't chuck up a ton of threes, but obviously both guys very efficient when they do have the opportunity. UC Irvine applying some full court pressure here out of the timeout. Here's Jardine, already down to 12 on the shot clock. And just lost the handle. Noel Coleman's going to have to create. He'll step back along the baseline. Smooth as silk. Noel Coleman from Leopoldsburg, Belgium, able to drill the J.
Nice jump shot by Coleman.
And we are tied at 11 here early on. So what we're shooting now, 41%. Irvine shooting 33%. And in low, it's to their 7-footer fresh off the bench, Emmanuel Shimanga, 7-foot redshirt frost from Montreal, Canada. And there is a foul out on the perimeter committed by Justin Hone. So Irvine will come in waves at you. They will substitute liberally under head coach Russell Turner, and they'll go about 11 or 12 deep.
Yeah, usually it's rare to see a team that goes that deep, but they're able to do it because everybody has bought in. Everybody believes in the system, and they know they'll play if they come to practice and give a great effort. And actually, the Rainbow Warriors, they've gone pretty deep this year. There's a lot of guys who have played. You talked about the number of starting lineups that Justin Madute, or Junior Madute, I should say, knocks down the big-time three, so Hawaii has a lead. But Hawaii has gone with a lot of combinations this year.
Madute has hit his first 2 attempts. That was a triple. He has 5, and it's a 14-11 advantage here for the home team. Madute coming into this game as Hawaii's leader in minutes played and field goal attempts. As again, Irvine goes into the post. Good closing out on the perimeter defensively by Hawaii, but here is Baker creating late in the shot clock.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that Larry Bird type of body where you think he's not going to get by you, and he's able to get the shots off.
Jean Marie in deep traffic finds Madute. 3 from the corner, with a little strong with it. DJ Davis on the drive off of the glass and in. DJ Davis, one of 5 true freshmen on this Irvine roster, none of whom were available to play last week for Irvine against Cal Poly because of contact tracing.
Yeah.
As you see, Jean Marie from straight on. There was a positive COVID test in one of the dorms at Irvine, and so just because it was within that building, even though there was no direct contact, they were forced to sit out last week in quarantine.
How many was it? 5?
5. Including Dawson Baker, their top scorer.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Fortunately, they were still able to win both games.
Yeah, so that says something about the remaining 8 guys.
Kazdan Jardine picking up his second foul, and so he's back to the bench. And that's actually been an issue on some nights for Kazdan Jardine getting into foul trouble. Good takeaway here, Cholina. And then he throws it away as Junior Madut was standing about 3 feet away from him. The ball sails out of bounds along the baseline, and they're trying to figure out how they were on the wrong page.
Yeah, that's one of those turnovers that's hard to explain by both teams, because Irvine turned it over, and then Mate Cholina turned it over as well. Now, why is there only 20 seconds on the shot clock?
It's an interesting question, because it looked as though there was a change in possession, correct?
No question there was a change in possession. Cholina had it enough to throw a pass.
Quick double by Coleman, strips it loose, but it touches the baseline. So 9 on the shot clock here for Irvine. We're seeing some pretty intense defensive efforts.
I like the fact that the Hawaii guards are digging in at the big, double teaming the bigs.
Baker is going to be called for the push-off. An offensive foul. It is Hawaii basketball.
Take a look at this now. Baker gets the ball. Junior Madut does a good job. You see the left arm go out. Once you extend that left arm to take the right-hand shot, the foul is going to be called against you.
Well, Hawaii trailing by a digit. Chance to reclaim the lead here. Hemsley will try a 3. Those have not been falling for him this season. Now 3 of 18 from downtown.
And he's a much better shooter. He puts in time shooting it before the game.
Nice little pick and roll action. Brad Greene is the recipient, and he now has 6 points.
DJ Davis has a good game. He looks for his teammates. He throws great passes.
The block by Greene. And now Irvine looking to run a little bit. Set up on the wing. It's Davis for 3. That one rattles and pops out. There's always an added level of, as you see Cholina get blocked out of bounds, there's always an added level of intensity when Irvine is in the building.
No question about it. And Irvine is playing good.
They have won outright or tied for the regular season title in 3 of the last 4 years and 5 of the last 7. They are the standard bearers at the moment here in Big West basketball. Here's Madut off a crossover. A 2-man game going for Hawaii. Madut, the riser, no. Offensive board, Jean Marie. A lot of traffic underneath, though. And he's going to kick it back out.
Good job by Jean Marie. Good decision not to force things.
That's going to go baseline against Greene. And again, disrupted, and it is last touched out of bounds by Jean Marie. He disagrees with the call. The officiating trio here this evening, Daryl Jelinas, Jeff Ketchu, and Glenn Mayberry, a veteran crew here at Simplify Arena at Stam Sheriff Center.
Yeah, it's a good crew. Rainbow Warriors must play smart basketball, and Jean Marie's advantage is his quickness and his ability. If he waits and lets those big guys get settled and get set, they're going to be hard to shoot over.
Jumper is left short by Andre Henry. Hawaii experiencing a scoring drought of close to 4 minutes here currently. For their last 6 field goals. Jean Marie trying to break that, can't do it, and the long rebound tracked down by Henry. Irvine controls. Here's Belch looking to force the issue. Dumps it down to Greene, who just always seems to place himself in the proper position under the rim.
Well, when your bigs pass to each other like that, that's nice. That's almost a high-low look. Great assist by Belch.
8 points, 5 rebounds here in this opening frame for Brad Greene. The lead is 5 for the Anteaters. Hemsley. It's just not dropping for him right now. Belt quickly draws a crowd. And they repost him right away.
Yeah, it was good help by Hemsley and Jean Marie. But now they got to get with that big fella.
Greene trying to go off glass. No. Good box out there, Madut. Coleman for three. And we're going to have a foul against Hawaii on the rebound.
When you have a team that has good bigs that know how to play together, great assist here by Velp to Greene. Both those guys look for each other and they play well together.
I mean, Velp is scoreless, 0 for 3 from the field, but he's still finding ways to contribute.
Yeah, he's impacting the game. Because their offense is actually going through him an awful lot. Now he's handling the ball. Come on now.
Now he's going to shoot a runner off the glass too strong.
Yeah, that was...
right as we were singing his praises.
Yeah.
Webster pulling up. And this is a serious dry spell right now for Hawaii. 5.5 minutes without a point as Velp finally gets in the scoring column, and that prompts.
And if you're playing against a team that really digs in like they dig in, you can't second guess yourself. You get the ball, you got to make something happen right away. Your quickness is your advantage. If you play slow, that's playing into their hands.
So a 10-0 Irvine run. Hawaii has not scored in over 5.5 minutes. Javon McClanahan underneath Jean Marie ends that right there.
I like that breakdown by McClanahan. Taking the ball down, did not hesitate, threw a good pass, and Jean Marie didn't fake, he just went up and got it done.
Seeing a lot more of that aggressive version of Javon McClanahan at a season-high 5 assists in one of the games last week at Fullerton. The jump hook, a little strange and awkward perhaps, but Johnson got it to go.
Now that's where I'd like to see the Rainbow Warriors guards dig in when the guy gets the ball like that, because he's young and I'm not sure what he would do if you got double teamed.
Jean Marie hesitated on the open three. McClanahan will not do so, but before the ball can rim out, we have a foul against Hawaii.
Jean Marie, I think.
Looks like it will be against Jean Marie, and that will be his second. That is the 6th Hawaii team foul. So next one puts Irvine into the 1-1 bonus.
Yeah, Jean Marie sets a pick, and then I think he goes to pivot, and because he didn't pivot, he set the pick and turned versus pivoting, he got called for a foul. He needs to talk Tim Shepard. Tim Shepard would teach him how to set the pick and pivot.
Yeah, Tim Shepard had all the tools.
He was the master of setting a pick and pivoting.
He was also the enforcer, right?
Oh, no question.
One of his teammates took a cheap shot or a hard foul. He would bide his time, wait very patiently, and eventually return the favor. That's right.
Yeah, it was a return to sender.
Speaking of return to sender, there's a block by Hemsley. And Webster the other way. Got it to go, but the whistle before the shot attempt.
You like that aggressive play by Justin Webster, though. That's what has been. And I actually thought Webster was fouled going up for the shot, but I guess the foul was called before he was in what is called the shooting motion.
And Webster gets in the book. He was previously 0 for 1 from the field. He has averaged 18 points per game over his last 3. This is a guy who erupted for a career 23 points on night 2 against Bakersfield last time we had Hawaii on the men's side on Spectrum Sports. Of course, that was in a loss, and part of what would end up being a 4-game losing streak for the Rainbow Warriors finally ended on night 2 at Fullerton last week. Yeah. But still seeking their first home victory in conference play.
Jardine's got to be very careful. Cannot afford to pick up a foul.
Instead, it's away from the basketball. Mate Cholina picks up a foul.
Yeah. And they ran that play to try and isolate Velp against Jardine down low.
And that's where it becomes difficult, right? Jean Marie with a couple of fouls. Bernardo da Silva hasn't necessarily been available.
Yeah, he looks like he's maybe out indefinitely.
He did not play last weekend. In fact, hasn't played in the last 3 games. And so you start getting into with this big UCI lineup, you start getting into some mismatch issues.
Well, just there, poor execution by the Rainbow Warriors. Free throw missed, and a guard dives in and gets an offensive rebound.
Belts double team, lost the basketball, but Wally Bales comes out of there with it. Hawaii with the numbers. Webster to Jardine, but it wasn't there.
And Jardine should have thrown that up. Throw it up into the air. Webster should have thrown it up. That bounce pass was behind him.
And that was a missed golden opportunity in transition for the Rainbow Warriors. And like you said, you cannot afford to have those kinds of errors against UC Irvine.
No, you gotta convert your transition baskets, and you gotta minimize the turnovers.
5 turnovers to speak of for Hawaii, 6 for the Anteaters, who break the extended pressure by the Rainbow Warriors. Little behind-the-back dribble by DJ Davis, but the shot not there. 3 minutes to play here in the first. And we're going to have a foul on the drive. Davis is going to pick this one up.
Yeah, I think that's on a pass-off.
And that's the 6th team foul for Irvine. So Hawaii not yet in the bonus. They will inbound from the baseline. Bales looking. Finds Jardine. And Hawaii goes in low to Cholina. The big bodies in the post area. Here's Madut, sets the feet, lets it fly. It rattles in and out. Cholina falling out of bounds, tries to save it. And it will wind up Irvine basketball. I mean, that shot by Madut couldn't have gone further down without counting, especially under Iran Ganat and company.
Bring the desire. You know, that want-to, that I want to compete, I want to play hard. You know, you may be a better team, you may be a bigger team, but we're going to come out and still work hard.
And so while one victory an entire season does not make, it I think still represented a step in the right direction for Hawaii on night 2 last week against Fullerton, as that 3-ball sails almost out of bounds. Greene tried to save it, but Hawaii comes up with it.
Well, that wasn't a good-looking 3-point shot, but Justin Hemsley goes up. A nice rebound by Junior Madut.
Cleaning the spill. He came swooping in. He's got 7.
Kanoa, that's an example of having want to right there. He wanted it, he went and got it, and he finished it.
And Hawaii within 3. Here's a takeaway by Hemsley. He's going to go to the hoop. Lost it out of bounds. No whistle. It will be Irvine basketball. Hemsley wanted the foul, but no such call coming from the officiating trio. But again, the effort there, and it sounds so simplistic, but that really is the baseline to compete with guys at the top of the conference like UC Irvine.
Well, when you have great effort, you don't have to have great talent all the time, because sometimes your effort will carry you.
3-ball by J.C. Butler rattles in and out. And Cholina with the board. Hawaii hanging pretty tough with Irvine in the rebounding department. It's 18-17 in favor of the Anteaters at the moment.
Yeah, and Irvine is not shooting the lights out of the basketball at this point in the ball game.
Just 37%, 1 of 5 from downtown. Loose basketball, and we're going to have a timeout granted to Hawaii. Junior Madut found himself down on and was able to promptly signal for the timeout. He trims a little bit off of the back end of what Hawaii can do rotationally in the backcourt.
Yeah, well, the biggest difference is your scout team is clearly impacted with the loss of the Ing.
3 seconds to shoot. Cholina's got to get it up. He does! The jump hook.
Mate delivering for the Rainbow Warriors.
Averaging a career best 7 points per game and 6 boards, and he cuts the deficit to 1. Greene right back at you.
Yeah. Brad Greene has turned and put himself in a position where he will probably play in the future somewhere because of his size.
Greene now with 10 points to lead all scorers. About a 10-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Cholina tried to draw the contact. There certainly was some. No whistle, though. Scramble for the loose basketball. Hone comes out with it. Then he loses it. It's Webster the other way. Under 10 seconds to go in this first half. Jardine pumps Velp out the way. Lets the three fly. No. And it will bounce out of bounds. It will stay here with the Rainbow Warriors. And Naran Ganat wants the officials to perhaps check how much time should be on the clock. Right now it is 1 second flat. And they're going to go with that. So here's Cholina, hands it off to Madut at the horn. And that's how the first half is going to come to a close. Some members of the Rainbow Warriors squad asking for a foul. Russell Turner asking for a flopping warning. So Junior Madut, he and Jean Marie were held out of the starting lineup here tonight due to disciplinary reasons. We were told Madut getting the start here at the beginning of the second half, but Jean Marie will start this half on the bench. Javon McClanahan remains out there in the backcourt.
And I like what he did in the first half. I thought he was very active, hit his first shot and then missed a couple and stopped shooting, but he's got to continue to look for his shot. He is a scorer.
Under 10 here on this opening second half possession. McClanahan, the mid-ranger. And we have some whistles here as one of the officials goes over to sort of calm Russell Turner down just a tad because it looked like Isaiah Lee may have taken a shot amid some of that action.
Yeah, he took a good shot to the hip. Yeah, McClanahan is a strong guy. It's that hip. You see the right hip into the right leg.
And Russell Turner upset, but I didn't see anything in that replay.
It wasn't a dirty play. It was just an unfortunate play.
I didn't see anything that would lead you to believe that McClanahan had done something that deserved a whistle. But Russell Turner is, I mean, you talk about Hall of Fame growlers, especially in this environment with no actual fans in the seats. I mean, you can hear almost every word, every syllable.
Yeah, you can. What will your strategy be? Well, we'll find out real quick.
And it's going to be a traveling violation. And it's going to go against Jaron Artest. And there is some signature Russ Turner right there.
Yeah.
That's Hawaii with an opportunity here early in the second frame to take the lead. McClanahan.
No, that's not where you want to be, Javon.
Yeah, he's in a crowd, and he loses the basketball. DJ Davis out of the scrum with it. Bounce pass to Butler. He almost lost it. Extra pass set up for Artest for three. Velp winds up with it. The extra effort as Butler kind of tipped it in his direction. Just the second made field goal for Colin Velp. Relatively quiet evening so far for him. Averaging over 12.5 points per game.
Assist to Mate Cholina. Mate not able to catch the ball by Junior Madut. And a turnover for the Rainbow Warriors.
There's Greene down on the block.
He
has the size advantage over Casdy Jardine in that matchup.
He really has good balance when he's in the paint area. That's his neighborhood, and when he's in there and established, he gets what he wants.
Now 12 points for Greene. Webster, quick trigger. Got it.
Oh, good look by Justin Webster. That's a huge basket.
That is just the fourth made three in this game combined between these two teams. And that one trims it down to 2.
Yeah. If you can knock down 2 or 3 threes in the ball game, you can separate yourself in this game.
Webster shooting 34% from beyond the arc coming in. Here's Greene back to the basket against Cholina. Goes to the left hand, leaves it short. And Cholina with another rebound. That's his 5th. McClanahan the drive, relocates it out. Jardine for 3, got it!
There you go.
And Hawaii back in front.
Once again, if you penetrate, kick out, and shoot those open three-point shots, Jardine and Webster can come alive for the Rainbow Warriors.
Velp trying to answer. And it'll be Hawaii basketball out of bounds. Well, much of the chatter during halftime was about Hawaii just having to make some shots, and here early on in the second half, they have done just that.
Yeah, good look by both Webster and Jardine, and you wonder how and why they struggle sometimes just to get good looks. So now I give Irvine credit defensively, but nobody should be able to stop them from getting more than 1 look or 2 looks in the half.
Jardine along the baseline, goes lefty reverse.
Okay. A little more aggressive play by Jardine.
And this has become an 8-0 run for the Rainbows. Seconds to shoot. Artest to the paint, little crossover move, too strong off the glass. Rebound Jean Marie, who just checked in moments ago.
Good tip out also by Junior Madut, inside position.
That's team rebounding right there, and Hawaii actually leading in the rebounding department at the moment. 21-20, Jean Marie off the mark on the 3. It bounces out of bounds. It was last touched by Hawaii. Well, the Rainbow Warriors finally cracking some
offensively and still dig in on the defensive end and get stops.
Three-point advantage matches the largest lead here of this game for the Rainbow Warriors. And again, Russell Turner, the growler that he is, some on our crew able to actually hear what he was saying in the huddle as the pull-up is pure by Dawson Baker. And he basically told his team he felt like Hawaii was just playing more competitively than the Anteaters.
Well, that's a good thing if a coach is looking at his team and saying Hawaii's playing with a lot of want to.
And Dawson Baker trying to respond the takeaway, but he stepped on the sideline. And Junior Madut has to lace him up again.
Now, usually when a guy laces his shoes up, he tweaked an ankle or a foot, but maybe that's not the case for Junior.
Madut off the screen. Boston may have got away with a double dribble. The officials say it was deflected away. Jardine lets it fly to beat the shot clock horn. And Madut on his wallet back under the basket. Numbers advantage for Irvine. Baker the riser. That one hit no rim. Bodies hitting the floor everywhere. Hawaii comes out of the scrum with it again. Bounce pass underneath. Jean Marie went for the dunk. Got hung up. The follow is short, but he draws the whistle.
Jean Marie's got to finish that for sure.
Jean Marie will go to the free throw line. 6 points for him. This is his first trip to the line here this evening. 4 rebounds for the San Diego transfer. And he knocks down the first. He's coming in averaging 4 rebounds per game, and that's actually an area we were talking with Aron Gannett. He felt like, and Aron agreed, he probably could bump that number up a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to be averaging 8-9 rebounds a ball game because he has that ability. He's a quick jumper. He's fairly strong. He's active on the inside, and he's just got to show desire and want to go get rebounds.
The substitution from the Irvine bench brings Andre Henry into the game, 6'4" freshman. And Justin Hemsley comes in for Hawaii. So it's Bales, Madut, Webster, Hemsley, and Jean Marie on the floor right now for the Bows. Little step back three by Davis. Rebound Jean Marie. So he's already above his average in that category.
He's going to continue to get them. Give it to the big guy. Now work. You got to turn and work. Face him. You're not going to jump over the big fella. You face him, you make a jab step, go around him.
Madut got the defender on springs, but then lost the basketball on the drive. Jump hook is good by Austin Johnson. He's hit a couple of those. He has 6 points now in this game.
Yeah, and Austin Johnson is looking good out of Marietta, Georgia.
Yeah, played every game last year as a true freshman. The reverse layup not there by Hemsley. Jean Marie thought he had his hands on the rebound and thought it was jarred loose because of a foul, no whistle. The officials kind of letting these two teams be pretty physical with each other underneath. As there was some contact there, no call. The miss by Johnson is tapped out.
Yeah, I think the officials are doing a nice job. They're allowing players to decide this game into play.
There will be a whistle, though, as Davis got run into by Junior Madut.
And as a player, if you know they're not calling fouls, turn it up a little bit. Be a little aggressive.
So Irvine going to the free throw line. So DJ Davis, 76% free throw shooter out of Riverside Pauley High School. Now, just recently, it was the 1 year mark since the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, as well as the others who died in that tragic helicopter accident a little over a year ago now. And Ryan Battertelli, assistant coach for Irvine, went public not long after Kobe's passing to display how close they actually were. They had built a really strong friendship over the course of time, and he was hit very hard by that tragedy. It wasn't discussed much here a year removed, but when he showed up to practice that day, he was wearing a Kobe Bryant shirt. His story and his connection to the Bryant family has been well documented at this point. And I can say, personally speaking, Ryan is a great guy, and certainly I think has really carried on the tribute and the legacy for Kobe Bryant in a wonderful and classy way.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and he had a great relationship. And a lot of people have felt the loss of Kobe, but when you know him like Ryan knew him, it makes it much more difficult.
A traveling violation call. Now, Kobe Bryant, he hung around this program a little bit, would work out on campus. Of course, you have a couple of players on the roster. J.C. Butler, who is the son of Karan Butler, former teammate of Kobe Bryant, and Jaron Artest, the son of now Metta World Peace, who was also a teammate of Kobe Bryant. And here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, they continue to honor the memory of Kobe Bryant with the number 24 on the stanchions at either end of the floor. Of course, the Lakers holding their training camp in Hawaii many years, so Kobe Bryant competed in this building as well. So the connections are many, that's for sure.
And you see the pressure being turned up a little bit by Irvine.
And again, bodies all over the basketball floor here. Isaiah Lee brings it up now for Irvine.
Missed opportunity for the Rainbow Warriors. Oh, my.
The runner rims in and out. The putback, Greene. No, the tip in, Greene. Yes.
Wow. That's a heck of a move by Davis off the dribble.
Quick bounce by Greene on the follow as well. Irvine back up 37-34. Hawaii has missed its last 5 field goals. A little 6-0 burst for the Anteaters. Jean Marie with 10 to shoot. Active hands defensively by Irvine. That time it was Isaiah Lee ripping it away. And he almost loses it. Greene rolling to the rim.
Excellent job of picking, pivoting, and rolling to the basket.
And a timeout will be taken by the Rainbow Warriors. And 8 the range for a meet. Just a hair over 11 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's something to watch. Remember, Junior Madu called a timeout in a scrum, and I'm sure that wasn't one that the coaching staff wanted, but it's now important for the Rainbow Warriors to execute on the floor, get something out of their offensive set.
Suffered a nearly 6-minute scoring drought in the first half. Hawaii now on a scoring drought that has lasted close to 4 minutes, and it continues as Velp just rips it away from Noel Coleman.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, if you're a 6'1" guy, you want to go and challenge the big guys that low.
Offensive rebound for Brad Greene. I mean, he is just vacuuming up the glass right now. Wide open three from the right wing. That one rims out for Andre Henry. Hawaii getting pretty fortunate that Irvine missing some very good looks.
Yeah, they're getting open looks and they're not knocking them down, which is keeping Hawaii in the ball game.
McClanahan along the baseline. Jardine puts it on the deck and is able to thread the needle on the way to the hoop.
Good offensive move by Jardine. Second one we've seen in this second half, him going to the basket with the ball.
That ends that scoring drought. So a much needed bucket for the Bows. Jardine with 7, all coming after halftime. Lee, a little show and go action. Now they work it to Velp, back to the basket, 5 on the shot clock. To a cutting Henry, finds Lee, right corner. And a good box out Jardine.
Good defensive series by the Rainbow Warriors on that play. Forced a tough shot, didn't go down, and Hawaii got the rebound.
Irvine shooting 36% from three-point line this season. They're 1 of 12 in this game. McClanahan, too strong there.
But he can do that. He shouldn't look over at the bench. He needs to just go back and play. Don't worry about it. He is a shooter.
Closing in on 9 minutes to go. Davis able to pull on that throttle, and he's able to get by Coleman off the glass and in for a 5-point Irvine advantage.
DJ Davis, that's a big one-on-one move right there, getting to the basket.
McClanahan, the riser. Off the mark, Brad Greene, of course, with his 9th rebound. Remember, back at Brennan Event Center, this was last January in 2020, he set an arena record with 21 rebounds, also had 13 points against Hawaii. As that 3 is off the mark. Greene was named the Big West Conference Player of the Week that week in early January. He's a rebounding machine, but that time Webster was able to just outstretch him with the left hand.
Nice move by Justin Webster.
Under 8 minutes to play in this game.
And it's a close ball game, so each and every possession will be critical.
They've been waiting for a dead ball here for a while. There's still, I think now, a couple of media timeouts that have to take place. How about the up and under move? The footwork by Colin Velp.
Yeah, they've perfected that inside play. The paint area is theirs to score.
3 ball is good, Jardine.
And Russell Turner walks away because he's basically saying, you do not leave him. Don't give him a 3-point shot. Kaz makes him pay for being off.
And a foul will go against Hawaii, so we'll get a media timeout now with 7:11 to play.
With because he didn't close out and stay with the guy who can clearly shoot it.
Now, it's not as though Russell Turner was necessarily speaking directly to Kazdan Jardine, but perhaps something that was said that Jardine overheard prompted a response. And again, not the first time that has happened with players on the floor and Russell Turner. I mean, he's about as animated as it gets on that sideline.
He is ultra aggressive. Good pick, good double team by the Rainbow Warriors. I like it.
And we're going to have a flopping warning against Ofuri Ugaja. Irvine versus Hawaii slugfest, separated by just one bucket.
Yep. This is going down to the wire. We'll be in prime time soon, and each and every possession will be critical in this game. Not to mention guys going to the free throw line.
Well, that pass right through the hands of Justin Webster. And then the drive there by Lee, off the mark, ripped back down by Ugaja Deli, and he's going to go to the free throw line. As you take a look at some of this Irvine defense, they have been one of the standard setters, not just in the Big West, but really in all of college basketball when it comes to their defensive numbers, and they have shown some of that prowess here this evening.
Yeah, and that was a great takeaway on that possession.
So here is Ofuri Ugaja Deli. Played his high school ball at Chino Hills, former teammate of the Ball brothers, right? Lonzo, LiAngelo, LaMelo, all going through that program.
Yeah, they must have the same shooting coach, the Ball brothers. You remember how the Ball brothers, when they came out of college, or high school going into college, they had that kind of
a little funky,
yeah, kind of a clinker.
Well, whatever he's done to it, it worked. I think Lonzo dropped 7 threes this evening.
Yeah, and they get better. Plus, they're getting paid, so
so all is well.
All's well.
That's what you call big baller, right? Yeah.
That's the big baller brand, huh?
By the way, it was Ugaja Deli hitting that free throw. He was given a flopping warning prior to that last timeout. There was no foul on the play, a flopping warning. So another flop warning against, or another flop ruling against any Irvine player results in a technical foul. Good drive by Jean Marie. Powerful right in to Brad Greene.
Well, a smart move. He goes down. He takes the big fella, pushes him underneath the basket. And then he just kisses it off the glass. This is going to turn into a dogfight down the stretch here.
Yeah, you got to like this. The drive by Hone, hard off of the glass.
That's where you would love to see one of the help defenders go up and challenge that shot. Just force the offensive player to shoot something not so easy.
Madut down the seam, got it blocked by Greene, and he collects the loose basketball.
That's huge. Big fella makes a block and then gets the loose ball.
That's a handful of blocks for Brad Greene. The drive by Butler, the runner is good. And the lead is back to a handful here for Irvine. And now we'll have a whistle. It's going to go against UC Irvine. That's going to be J.C. Butler picking this one up. You know, it's interesting, Butler redshirted last year after playing 30 games as a freshman. You see in the screen there, he's talking to Brad Greene. He's another guy who redshirted in the 2018-19 season after playing 2 seasons. Russell Turner has been able to talk these guys into taking that mid-career redshirt season.
That's rare.
Yeah, you don't often see that. He says, hey, look, with this one-time transfer rule that's now being applied in college basketball, that'll probably be a little less frequent even than now, but it has paid dividends, certainly.
Yeah. Well, you got to have guys believe in what you're doing and want to still be a part of it all.
Basically, those situations, he says, when they're overloaded with veteran players at a certain position, it behooves some of the guys on the roster to maybe consider that mid-career redshirt.
Yeah, no question. Austin Johnson called for that foul, trying to be aggressive against Jean Marie.
Inbound Jardine, inside the arc, off the glass. Not sure if he called it. I'm sure he'll claim that he did.
He'll claim he did. Bank is open. That's a simplify arena shot.
That's right. The Bank of Hawaii logo on the floor.
Yes.
That's all you need to know. Here's Baker on the drive. Shovel pass, too strong for Velp, but Irvine able to retain it. Davis lost it. And Hawaii with a chance to tie it with a 3 here as we close in on 4 minutes to play.
Look for Webster to set up or Jardine in the corner.
McClanahan stopping and popping. Can't find the range, and the rebound to Austin Johnson. Just getting it across the timeline in time was DJ Davis.
Baker is the guy that's looking to get this shot off.
Couple extra passes. It's Butler from the corner. Rims out. Rebound up for grabs. And it's going to be a foul against Baker of Irvine. And that will lead us to another timeout.
So grab a special rebound when it's appropriate.
Even directing a little bit of his chatter and wrath in the direction of Irvine head coach Russ Turner. So Hawaii trailing by 3. And it hasn't been necessarily the prettiest and certainly most eloquently played basketball game between these two, but again, it's tight on the scoreboard down the stretch, as it always seems to be when these two hook up. And that's going to be a foul on the Webster drive. He's going to shoot free throws. And that's going to go against Colin Velp.
Yep. Good cut, good delivery of the basketball. Justin Webster will be at the line. Really nice sight there, Jean Marie. Really nice. Good pass.
By the way, before that last timeout, the foul that went against Dawson Baker, that was his 4th. So Baker dealing with the foul situation, just 4 points on his night. This is the guy who came in averaging 12 a game.
Yeah, well, remember, he's back in the game, so they're going to ride him down the stretch. When I look at the team fouls, Hawaii only has 3 team fouls. Now, remember, if they need to be in a situation where they force the Irvine to do something, they're going to be able to commit fouls, and Irvine can just take some time off the clock.
Especially with that just one timeout remaining for the Bows.
Yep. So that's critical.
Webster hitting a couple of critical free throws.
Yep. And if you are in doubt right now, you can commit a foul and not worry.
Oh, Webster in Isaiah Lee's pocket.
I like the defensive effort by the Rainbow Warriors.
Now Velp backing in on Jardine. Goes to the fadeaway. Can't find it. Offensive rebound, Lee on the other side. It is deflected out of bounds.
And that's the kind of play. Miss tough shot. You've got to gather the rebound. You've got to go get it. Don't leave it up to a teammate. You've got to go and grab the ball.
So 20 seconds on the shot clock here for Irvine. Velp doesn't need all 20. He goes to the left hand, almost tipped up and in. But now we'll have a foul against Jean Marie. That's going to be his 3rd, as Brad Greene, again, with those extended arms just seemingly above everybody.
No problem, though. The Irvine will take the ball out of bounds. That's what I'm saying. You have a couple fouls you can give. You can be aggressive, and it's not going to hurt you right now. Don't foul in the act of shooting, however.
That's a good call. Again, Irvine working the offense through Colin Velp. Around the horn it goes. Here's Greene on the other block. To the left hand, and he just muscles it through.
And that's when you dive at him. You don't give him. He is the one guy down that deep. You've got to try and force him to turn it over, get it out of his hands.
That's now 18 points for Brad Greene. Here is Madut straight on. Left it just short. Brad Greene, another rebound. He already has a double-double here. That's 18 points for him and 12 boards.
The big fella is making it known that he is the chairman of the boards.
And that's a guy who came into this program weighing around 350 pounds. As Baker is fouled on the pull-up jumper, Brad Greene ended up losing close to 75 pounds, and you've seen the result of that, what he is now able to do here at this stage of his career. The Hawaii players disagreeing with that last whistle, by the way, but Baker will shoot free throws.
If you're committing fouls, you don't want to commit a foul against a guy who's in the act of shooting. Hawaii now with 5 team fouls. Again, it's a couple more before they're in the 1-and-1. But Baker goes to the line and blows that first one. A 3-point ball game still plenty of time, and Hawaii is very much in this.
Just 12 free throws between these two teams in this game. Irvine 3 of 6, Hawaii 6 of 6. And he misses both.
Yep.
And Hawaii still trailing by just 3, under 2 to play.
Big missed free throws right there. When you miss 2 of them, now you know who to foul the next time.
Jean Marie thought about it. Now stops inside the arc and splashes it.
That's a very sweet jump shot right there. Very, very sweet jump shot.
Full court pressure from the Rainbows. Here's Davis into the front court. Underneath Belt, the pump fake drew the contact by Jardine as the two stare each other down a tad. Getting a little warning from the official, but it will be Colin Velt to the free throw line.
And Jardine said, hey, that's just old school basketball. He pump faked me. I went up in the parachute club. I came down. I had a hard landing. That's all that is. It's a hard landing.
We're seeing a little feistiness from Captain Cass.
I like Cass going off a little bit. Show me you have some 1-2, boy. I like that.
As Velt hits the first free throw, Colin Velt, the son of the late Christian Velt, who many will remember was just one of the all-time greats at the University of Washington. He was a 1987 first-round NBA draft pick, and certainly coming from that kind of stock, you can understand why Colin Velt has been so important to this Irvine team the last couple of years, but he misses the second free throw.
That's 3 free throws in crunch time that Irvine has missed. Hawaii is well within things right here.
Down just 2. Jean Marie looking to create. He's going to rise up again. Too strong with it. Rebound, DJ Davis. So a little ISO action, if you will, for James Jean Marie. And now Greene in close. It falls off the rim. He can't follow it up. Point blank range, and Greene couldn't hit it. And now a timeout. This will be the last timeout for Hawaii. 40.3 seconds left. And they're staring. Saw James Jean Marie sort of granted the ISO opportunity on that short wing, if you will. Just on the last possession, what would you like to see from Hawaii on this possession?
Well, I like Jardine being effective, and I also Justin Webster. He's still one of the real finish guys. Jardine getting the ball.
Here he is, bullet pass. Jean Marie dodges the defender, got blocked by Greene under the rim. And a timeout taken by UC Irvine. The strong hand of Brad
on the line. And I'm sure Hawaii has scouted and understand who is the person that needs to be on the free throw line.
And Velt forced to call a timeout, struggling to get the inbound pass off to one of his teammates. And so that
plays from sideline inbound.
It's just unfortunate, right? These are some of those moments where you wish there were live fans in the stands for a photo finish like this. Inbound goes to Davis. Davis, they're going to have to foul him. He continues to yo-yo the basketball in the backcourt. They get it across in time, and here comes that foul. So Hawaii trying to see if maybe they could get a 10-second violation.
Yep. And it was a good effort by the Rainbow Warriors.
So it will be Isaiah Lee going to the free throw line, and he's the guy, if you're Russ Turner, that you want in this situation. Lee has not gone to the free throw line yet in this game, but on the season he is a 92% free throw shooter, has missed just twice, 23 of 25.
We'll see what it means. I guess it means he's a 93% free throw shooter.
Pretty confident stroke right there.
If he knocks down this one, it makes it real difficult because it'll be a 2-possession game.
Isaiah Lee's dad, Jerome, played at UC Irvine back in the 80s, and he coolly hits both free throws.
Those are big free throws. Now, you don't commit a foul in somebody with an act of shooting a 3.
Hawaii's got to get it up. Jardine off of the glass and in. He's got 14 points, 5 seconds to play. Inbound goes to Lee, and they'll foul the best free throw shooter for Irvine once again.
And Irvine is very fortunate because Lee could have very easily have been called for an offensive foul when he was going to receive that basketball. The official looked at it, and it was really close. He was really close to making that call.
Talking about a little push-off.
Oh, yeah,
to make himself available.
I thought that might have been called. You know, they checking the time.
And this gives Aram Ganat a chance to try to get everybody on the same page here, strategize to a degree. A lot of it will depend on what Isaiah Lee does at the free throw line right here.
If he makes 2, no problem. If he makes 1, okay. If he makes 1, then the question is, do you commit the foul if you're Irvine to make it where it won't be a tie possibility? You'll give him 2 free throws and not give him a 3-point opportunity.
It's the eternal debate.
I love that.
As a guy who does a little bit of coaching yourself, where do you sit on that debate?
If he makes 1 of these, it's 5 seconds. It just had 5/10 of a second. I was going to say it changes my whole idea. but with 5 seconds to go, if he makes only 1 of these, I commit the foul. I don't let myself go into overtime.
He missed the front end. No timeouts left for Hawaii. Here's Webster. They've got to get it up. Webster for 3.
Too bad. He got a good look.